Good. Oh, they're gonna wipe the board with Egan. Okay, cool.
You get a response?
I don't. I tapped out.
Oh no!
If they're at 1, there's no way they're winning this.
Never assume that.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna Agadeem's Awakening.
He's just gonna like turn around, summon an unseen monster, and swing for 20 life points.
Exactly. I'm gonna Awakening for 3.
You activated his trap card by tapping out.
Oh, what do I have in my graveyard?
What are you running for colors?
2. Black, blue.
Oh, there you got plenty of options with black, blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna Agadeem's Awakening for 2. Put stuff on the board. They're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna counter something. No, I don't think I can counter something and play my flash creature. That's cool. So if I don't need to counter something, I just flash in a 1-drop and kill them.
That'll do it.
I think I got it all.
Okay, they exiled the board a second time, but that's not an issue.
You gonna be okay there?
Okay, they countered that.
Don't die, Malachi.
So it went down the wrong pipe.
Yeah, hell.
Cool. Yep, they're dead.
Nice.
They got nothing else. I'm going to flash in a 3-1 and kill them. Brazen Borrower. Okay, get wrecked.
They ruled the day when they fought Joseph.
Well, flash creatures are awesome. And I'm playing rogues.
They can be very mischievous.
Rogues is an awesome tempo deck with most of the creatures being flash and flying. And you fill your opponent's graveyard and then play with it.
Okay.
So I'm good to go. I'm just taking advantage of my large RAM and good internet.
You don't have the Dookie Nuts anymore?
No, I moved and I got the same internet I had before I lived in that apartment.
Nice.
When I used to stream more.
Everything's looking up for you, huh?
It's all coming up rosy. Oh, no. What's up, Gina? Oh, Gina says it's all coming together.
It's always nice when that happens for you.
Let's see. So I can get another Zera San. You know that card, right?
No.
Oh, man. Zera San, the Trickster. Normally, he's just a 4/4 for 5 mana with Flash. And he has an ability that when he hits your opponent, you get to take a permanent from their graveyard and just have it. So anything. But there's more. Because if you have a rogue that is not blocked, then you can pay 4 mana to put Zera San from your hand onto the battlefield, replacing them, and put that back in your hand. And then he immediately connects and then takes something from their graveyard.
Graveyards are fitting imagery for Halloween, the month of Halloween.
What's the title of today?
Magic Monday.
Nice.
I went for alliteration more than meaning. You were playing Magic. Seemed right. I have not been taking this opportunity, however, because I'm lazy, to fix the things that need to be fixed, so let me get around to that.
Yeah, we got time. I'm going to pop into the moderator view in a second. I got to choose what I'm going to cut for this Zera San. There we go.
So, What do you guys think about talking about today?
Well, we always have the space for our D&D games, and I think that you've got something to say about this week's session, so I'm excited about that.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, just what happened. Okay, it's like...
I mean, it specifically affected your character, and I thought you roleplayed it well.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. I just did I say something that I needed to mention during podcast?
I mean, no. The podcast is an excuse to talk up our games and talk about what's happening, and I think that the DMs can gush about their games all day, but it's more, interesting when the players do.
Freaking those guys going crazy.
We're done with self-care, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Mod view, that's it. I don't know the link for mod view.
I don't know what to do instead of self-care. What's really special going on?
It should be a lot easier to find mod view. There it is. Twitch.tv/moderator. Got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I am now watching the stream from the mod console.
What kind of power does that give you?
I can... Merpa Pillar did this for us 6 months ago.
Yep.
I can click on someone, see all the messages they've sent. I can time someone out, delete a message, ban someone. Why did you say Megic Monday?
When?
It says Megic.
Magic? I says magic. Did I spell it wrong?
Yeah, you spelled it wrong.
And it is Wednesday.
I guess I'm tired.
Magic.
Magic.
Missile.
You gotta kiss some magic. Kiss some magic at it.
Magic cards.
You don't have enough cards. Did you believe in the heart of the cards?
They heard of the cards.
I heard of the cards.
I don't know you people.
Retweet us.
The curd of the herds. Can't believe I put magic. Did I really? I super did. See it on Twitter. Like, Alright, so I'm gonna put the music on. Just you wait. Okay, incoming. This is the Player 4 Podcast. Join us each week as we talk about video games, entertainment, and pop culture, and bring in guests from the Rooster Teeth community. Player 4 has entered the game. Hello and welcome to the Player 4 Podcast. I'm your host, Tristan, aka Shagrazir.
I'm Malachi, aka Sukikiba.
And I'm Joseph, aka J Dunlap.
Yay.
I was thrown off there for a second because Alex didn't chime in.
Hey, Alex wasn't feeling good tonight, so he's not around. We'll miss him.
We love you, Alex, if you're watching this at any point.
Joseph loves you, Alex.
Tristan plays Halo with you.
It's true. It's true, I do. Maybe if he's feeling better later. Don't roast Tristan.
No, I'm roasting you. It's all over Twitter.
I say that.
You're viral.
I don't think that's the case yet. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how any of this works.
So what are we talking about today? I have no idea.
I mean, we're here. And it's Wednesday. You were playing
Well-
MTGA just now, so that inspired the name of the title.
Yeah, I was kicking some butt in Arena. True. Kitsune Fleur wants to know how we're doing.
Oh, we're doing good.
Oh. Tristan's doing well. Me too.
Shows is also good. Malachi's just okay.
So Malachi, I don't know if you ever saw the post that I put in the Discord. I don't know, a few months ago. My kids were going around the house going, Dookie Manjaro, running Dookie.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that because you're like mentioning it was still a thing.
What?
Never mind.
So the episode's called Megic Monday because I was playing some Magic when we were going live. Kicked some tush with rogues, so that was fun. Ash has had a rainy and stuffed day, so we're going to make Ash feel better.
We're good at that.
Yeah, I want to hear about this thing that happened with Malachi role-playing so good in your game.
I also want to hear it from the lips of the man who had to roleplay it.
Amarantia, everybody loves Riken.
Everybody love Racken.
Alright, so I always try to, me personally, always try not to be influenced by outside things or prior knowledge as things are unfolding. So, do you want me to recap like almost the whole session, or?
I mean, you can do as much as you like, at least do a lead up to that moment. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a recap of the session.
Alright, so quick breakdown is, as we were resting in the town, the like kind of waypoint, it's neutral zone. I forget the name. Tristan, please help me.
The Gulch.
The Gulch. Why didn't I not think of that? I didn't remember that. I should always remember that.
It's an inn in the Underdark called the Gulch in Undercommon, but in Common they call it the Valley of Plenty.
Oh, that was the other name. That's right. Okay, so as we were waking from and discussing Laramedis' new magic, we got quickly rushed out because there were instigators outside looking for people like us there near the neutral zone. So to not create unnecessary conflict, and also to respect the people that let us stay in that area, we got to flip out of there. And we were led out the back, and then we started on our journey, or continue our journey to Umbrelite. So we let Schult continue leading the way. There was a little discussion quickly to how, like, what are we just gonna follow him or not? And we did. And we did fairly well, so we traveled quickly because we didn't roll poorly. And
Except for Riken, but everybody else made up for him.
Yeah. And so we got to a crossroads that seemed familiar to us, based on the information that was given to us by Zephyrius before we came to the Underdark. And as we traveled to that point, we had to make a decision whether to follow Schult or follow our guts, or in the information we had. We ended up deciding on pushing toward Schult because, our knowledge is old knowledge, and Schult has not led us astray until any time after the incident we had.
There was that time where he tried to get you killed.
But since then, he hasn't led us astray. So we trusted him, and there was a cave-in, so he couldn't go the way he wanted to go. And then that was where we parted ways because of that. And he did kind of give a hint to what we were going to run into before we went, but we had to. It's the only way to go.
And dreams.
So as we're coming, Jebel was a rock elemental because we did some exploring and possibilities. They spent way too much time trying to figure out how to get through that cave-in.
It was a pretty extensive cave-in, and there's reasons for it, but like unless he searches extensively, he's not going to understand it.
Yeah, well, not even that. It's just like, yeah, this is not worth the time and effort that with the time we have. And I was trying to press that, but the party was pretty adamant. They wanted to stick with Shaw and get through this cave-in. So after we decided that, we did our best, we went the other way. And it started to feel weird after we went a bit of distance. So we were like, okay, it's getting dry. In a cave system, it's getting really, really dry and warm. And so we came to an opening to where there was a desert. Some of the members, we hesitated. Some of the members went out a little bit in front of us, and they're kind of wigging out. And that's when I was still back because they were investigating a little bit and we were taking our time for a moment. And that was where I was trying to be careful about not just being like popping out like, hey, this is my thing. It was like, all right, so they're kind of still investigating. Like, guys, what'd you find? And then I moved up and then go to find out that they also recognized that this area looked like one of my nomadic tribes settlement, or like stopping what our setup looks like when we stop.
Mm-hmm.
And Yukikaze was like, what the heck's going on here? And then on the wind, I started hearing a voice, and it didn't smell. It didn't have a good feeling. The area ahead, and it was my father, and he was saying that I failed him. Things didn't go well. So Kikaze, this is where, well, for me, role playing, I remembered how much Tristan enjoyed playing my father in the story, and the relationship that we had, and also the interactions we had while we did that portion of my story. My father wouldn't do that. But apparently, the state of the vision I was seeing was too much for me to take, and I caved. I started. It really struck a chord. Like, I wouldn't say struck a chord. It really dug its teeth into me, I should say.
You started to doubt yourself.
Yeah. So,
because it wasn't just the camp and the encampment of your tribe. It was the encampment of the tribe and the aftermath of something that had come and destroyed it.
Yeah. So that's when I started to proceed. Like, I told everyone, I was like, I'm going to investigate. I don't care if this is a trap. This is my home. It looks like my home. I gotta see what's going on. And so I was proceeding very depressed. Then Riken, with his amazing wisdom, comes up and slaps me in the face, telling me to snap out of it.
Get a hold of yourself.
So, and then as we proceeded to investigate, and follow the voice that was my father, we got jumped by a very ugly looking monster. But thankfully, it wasn't a brain sucker.
At least it hasn't sucked any brains yet. To Riken's credit, he did more than just slap you. He actually followed it up with some words that were very supportive, and
yeah, he did.
Surprisingly, a little uncharacteristic just how well he was trying to support you.
Yeah, well, we can't give everything away because we should tell you guys, go watch our D&D stream and see the nice juicy tidbits. But yeah, all in all, like, I've been really trying to pay attention to how I should respond in a situation like that. Like, you know, I no, like I didn't want to assume it was a trap. I didn't want to assume anything. I wanted to act like what my character was thinking or would be, and act on what on the knowledge of the interactions I had with my NPC family and what I would truly feel about my family, and that's the way I played it. And I felt it came out okay. You know,
I think that
I
it struck the. I think that it struck the chord that I had been hoping for, which was that this was a powerful image that should be meaningful to the player since it has directly connected to the backstory, and that it caused a level of doubt and despair.
and always follow the die, because the die make things interesting. Because when I failed my belief in my dad, it gave to an interesting situation. So never be disappointed with the way your die roll. Just go with it.
It led to a situation where Riken and Leah got right up next to you to be supportive to you, and then you all three got jumped by this monster, which grabbed all of you at once.
So, but yeah, I always have fun in the games. I always try to look at becoming quicker on my feet and role playing in interesting ways. So yeah, that was our last session in a nutshell. Of course, there was the battle scene, but battle.
Yes, the party is still bewildered by this horrifying creature that they're facing off against, which has got a mouthful of big sharp teeth, 4 spiny tentacles that it seems to be able to grapple people with and pull them into its mouth, and it can teleport around, and when it teleports, it takes anybody it's grappling with it.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens next time, because it's not over yet.
I'm excited.
But man, I still need to finish a few things and get those to you, Tristan. I never did sit down and discuss the details with Hiryu. Because my vision of it and what we discussed later was a little off, and I just wanted to clarify so I can use it appropriately.
Sure.
But I don't. That would be something not on the stream.
Hideo is an interesting sword. It's a good sword.
Yeah. Well, I wanted it to be more of kind of like all these freaking fools having their pets. Kind of wanted to have a pet sword.
Sword. All right, then we'll have to discuss that.
Yeah. So, anywho, yeah, I'm having fun with things. Gotta play the character the way you feel. Well, just yeah.
You gotta play the character the way that you feel best about it.
Yeah, but like not even just feel best. It's also what stays true to the vision of your character without jumping around too much.
Yeah, well, you just need to, with a character, in order to stay true to them, you just define what their past is and what their current motivations are, and it's really easy to stay in line with it if you know what their motivation is. What are they trying to do? So, for Yuki...
Not getting your brain sucked out.
Not getting your brain sucked out is important, but I mean, Yukikaze at this time is also really focused on trying to complete the pilgrimage and gain the blessing of Bahamut.
Yes. Being a good dragonborn that I am, because we are followers of Bahamut. And also, it makes you a good person, anyways.
Following Bahamut? Yeah.
He's a good guy, unless he has a dark brother that we don't know about.
Dark Sister.
A dark, he has a dark sister. Okay. Well, I mean, someone take his place and act like him, and be like, "Hey, do this awful thing for me." But why?
But I mean, remember that you're definitely concerned about the designs of the evil dragon god Tiamat, who is Bahamut's sister.
Yes, and that is what my journey is about.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it, and it will, I'm certain, have an epic conclusion someday.
Well, we don't play it for getting to the end. Like I said, it's always good that with a story, it's not all about what happens at the end. It's all about the journey they had in between it.
Journey is the worthier part.
Yeah.
In the end, the friends we made were the real Riken.
That's why I can't watch people play video games, because I don't want to see how the story unfolds. So I wanna do the story.
So, Joseph, you got anything to tell us about tomorrow's game?
So it's been interesting, hasn't it?
It has. We're a little concerned about this town that's going to definitely fall to anarchy in like 3 days.
So there's stuff that happened. There was some developments. So last time on what's my thing called? Oh, Valinaria Chronicles. We had big scary monsters that turned out to be kobolds, but then this last session that we had, the town is just straight up, you're the most awesome heroes we have ever seen, and we want to throw you a parade and give you sponsorships and throw a party so that people come and give me money in my tavern and let you stay for free so I can bring in business, and paint a painting of you so then I can put it in my shop so they can see that I painted the heroes of Garson's farm. And then the leadership of the town says, oh, we're going to use them as a distraction from the fact that we're instituting property tax. So in the meeting, they're like, also, so we're having a parade, but also like we're instituting a property tax. But anyway, the real thing is, if you have any questions specifically about the parade, and no one really seems to either catch it or like care. And I heard Tristan like,
the party all caught it. We're just like, oh, they're gonna die.
So either it's going to work because the distraction, or it's not going to work because the distraction wasn't enough. But needless to say, it's going to be interesting because we start off tomorrow's session. First off, if Logan's able to make it, by catching his character up with how his character has Bard fit into the whole situation with the dancing party in the tavern and playing music with the other two bards and teaching them different songs that they could sing about the heroes of Garson's farm. So there will now be songs about the heroes of Garson's farm, at least in Gamut. Maybe not anywhere else, but definitely in Gamut. And then we're going to go straight from there into the parade. And everyone's going to tell me what fancy outfit they want to get for free from someone who wants you to advertise for them. And then they're going to wear that fancy outfit in the parade. Now, I know that Bree and Alex back a long time ago bought fancy hats. So I know Bree already has a fancy hat for her character, Isarel. But we got to get there with everyone else. We're going to have a nice big parade, and we're going to find out where the story goes at that point. And I'm really, really interested to see where things go, because my style of running a D&D campaign is different.
It's true. But
and that's really all I've got to say. I don't want to spoil anything. Also, Ash said, oh, shoot. And also, Malachi, you're going to join my game, right?
Give it a week and a half, and I'll give you my answer.
Okay, that'll work out because I can't make it next week.
That's soon.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be fully moved out in a week and a half, so.
Alrighty.
Woohoo! Move out height.
Kinda ish.
There's always hype about not having to pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good point, but I'm not a douchebag, so I'm gonna give something to mom at least.
I've got a student who says whenever he's at home, he doesn't have good internet. And he's like, but the upside is I don't have to pay rent. I'm like, so pitch in and make the internet better.
Yeah, that's gonna happen if that. I don't know my mom's current internet situation, and then if it is shitty, that's gonna be fixed quick.
Well, give me your definite answer because you are very welcome. We're having a lot of fun. Living in the skin of our characters is most of what we've done so far.
What is the style again, or what kind of format again? It's been a little while.
What do you mean?
Is it just traditional D&D?
3.5.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
3.5.
It's
Okay.
3.5.
We're pretty true to the rules.
Yeah, it's 3.5 rules. Oh boy, Ash is going to be moving out of there. That's awesome. It's 3.5, and it's a world that's based pretty much off of the world that's alluded to in 3.5 in the handbook.
All
I'm going
right.
to pull up the document real quick, but it's there's an element of realism. There's differing levels of politics depending on the adventure. We'll see what else. Like there's monsters where they tend to be localized as far as difficulty goes. So it's not like this continent that we're on is pretty light in magical monsters. I'm trying to find the document that I sent you. There it is. Okay. It's based off of Greyhawk for the most part, if you know what that is, and that's the default for 3.5.
I would kind of want.
Currently, they're in an agricultural area, just going from town to town, but they're wanting to become big damn heroes.
Okay.
Big damn hero, sir.
Like the chain of command is the chain I
I'm
beat
gonna
you with,
go
so you
and
understand
beat you.
who's in charge around here.
Chain of command is the chain I go and get and beat you with to understand who's in rut and command around here.
Stop describing me.
Poor Dr.
Is it a quote just to say mal naked? That's a quote of Firefly, right?
Yosaf Bridge is one of my favorite quotes.
That sounds like a name that you would have given me.
I mean, do you remember the character in Firefly that appeared on 3 different
Saffron?
episodes under 3 different names? Yeah, Saffron, Yolanda, and Bridget.
Yeah.
Yosaf Bridge.
Yeah. So that's all I got for the D&D game that I'm doing, but I'm excited about the things I actually do have planned. There's a lot of room for what you guys have planned, and we're going to be talking about backstories soon. Anytime we finish a chapter, we'll be talking about our plans for our characters, obviously. But the things I do have planned, I'm really, really excited about. And it's not like plans that railroad you to do things I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more like things I want to do. Like your thing with the waking up in school uniforms thing, which was really fun.
Yeah. I mean, that was that was a fun episode. That was, and it was really, it was instigated by one of the players.
Really?
Yeah. Because that was the reason they woke up in school uniforms was because it was the effect of a spell that one of the player characters is developing. Because they're like 13th level now, so it's like you should be like branching out and making up your own spells at this point. And
That's
so
pretty neat.
he spent the last couple levels since like 11, I think, developing the spell, working on what he wanted it to do at its end game, and then slowly gathering, as he levels up, gathering the spells that are related to it that he needs to incorporate into it. So it's like an amalgam of a bunch of different spells that produces a unique effect that is loosely based on all the different effects of the spells he's learning along the way.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. It's really cool, and it's really in line with his character, since his character is a super study wizard. He's all about lore and anthropology. He wants to know the mythologies and the lores of all the different peoples of the world, and so and figure out the histories that those are based on. And so he's developing this spell that will allow him to cast onto an area and see, choose a point in history, choose a number of years in the past, and just see what was happening at that moment in that spot. And so he can actually see the roots, if he finds enough supporting information, he can choose the moment in history where something occurred that started these legends.
Malik, I have a question for you. When you woke up in a classroom in a school uniform, why didn't you check to see if you were wearing pants?
I was very intrigued by the studies.
But if you wake up and you're in a school uniform and you're at school suddenly, you're supposed to see if you're wearing pants, because that means you're sleeping.
It's true. No one was wearing pants. They were all wearing robes. It
They were
helps
all
the magic
distracted,
flow
and we
better.
realized.
Wizards don't wear pants.
That
Too
lets the
constricting.
magic breeze in.
Yeah.
That's an important character aspect that is often overlooked. Wizards do not wear pants.
Helps the magic flow.
That makes me think of early podcast days where Alex would tell us when he wasn't wearing pants.
I had forgotten about those days. It's a
pantsless
no pants podcast.
We'll
Man,
rule against that. Darn it, Grady.
you can't swing your truncheon around in the podcast.
Well, that's all I got. We're at for the podcast proper, I think we're around the 30-minute mark.
We are around there, close enough. And we went long last time. We don't have to go long again.
Yeah, and we've got the teasers for what's coming up, and I believe both of our games.
Board game? What?
Well, I've got the teaser for mine, which is there's going to be a parade followed by, I don't know, what's going to find out.
Oh, yeah, okay. So the teaser for mine is tune in next week for episode 69 of Everybody Loves Riken, wherein we will conclude this epic battle against the strange tentacle creature.
Can we skip that? Because we're dealing with episode 69 and a tentacle creature. I don't like the mix.
I like the mix. I think it's
I've seen enough hints, I don't know where that's going.
So one? You've seen one?
Maybe I've just seen a meme.
Alright, I think it's time we get the flip out of here.
We could flip out.
Let's flip out there.
Alright.
Let's flip some tables.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hashtag
Now I'm
goodbye.
already asleep.
I'm already asleep.
Good night.
Good night.
Is anyone going to do the caboose?
Goodbye.
Give me a boost.
You are a good person, and people say nice things about you.
A physical boost, not a morale boost, moron.
That window is very high. I do not think I can reach it. Also, that window is square, and my head is round.
It's like making up times, Tristan.
You know, now I'm going to have to watch that again.
Nap time comes before pants time.
Not after.
Alright, guys.